Welcome student to my YouTube channel Bharat Chem Study. Today we are going to study about the chapter 3 classification of elements and periodicity properties for +1 class. In this video part 1 we are going to study about long form of periodic table, general characteristics of groups and periods, division of periodic tables as S, P, D and F blocks, and IUPAC nomenclatures for element with atomic number more than 100. So let's start with the topic modern periodic table. It's based on modern periodic law, which state that physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers, and the modern periodic table will be represented as this. Periodic table we have studied 9th and 10th standard also. This periodic table consists of 7 vertical rows called periods, and the value of period is given by the value of principal quantum number n. For example, if n is 1, that means it represents first period. For period 2, n is equal to 2 and so on. There are 18 vertical columns called groups named from 1 to 18. Each group is consists of a number of elements having same electronic configuration of outermost shell. Now, depending upon the subshell in which the last electron goes, the modern periodic table is divided into 4 blocks, that is 4 parts. First part is S block elements having general electronic configuration NS1 to 2, where n is the number of period. The elements in which last electron goes to the S subshell are called S block elements. Since S orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons, hence S block consists of 2 groups, group 1 and group 2. First we are going to study about group 1. Group 1, also called alkali metals, having general electronic configuration NS1. That means in the outermost shell of alkali metal, the only one electron is present in its outermost S subshell. It consists of elements lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Here hydrogen is placed in group 1, but it is not called alkali metal. Group 2, called alkaline earth metals, having general electronic configuration NS2, means that in group 2 elements the last electron goes in S subshell, and last S subshell always contain 2 electrons. Group 1 is called alkali metals because their oxides and hydroxides are soluble in water and form water soluble bases called alkalis. The elements of group 2 are called alkaline earth metals because their oxides and hydroxides are alkaline in nature and exist as such in the earth crust and do not get affected by heat and pressure. Now, P block elements, the elements in which the last electron enters in the p orbitals while writing the electronic configurations are called P block elements. General electronic configuration of P block elements is NS2 NP126. That means P may contain 1 electron, 2 electron, 3, 4 or 5 or 6 electrons. So the P block elements are present at the right hand side of the periodic table with general electronic configuration NS2 NP126, where n is the number of period or shell. Since P subshell can accommodate maximum of 6 electrons, therefore P block consists of 6 groups from group 13 to group 18 as shown. Now in P block group 13 having general electronic configuration NS2 and P1, that means in group 13 only 1 electron is present in the outermost P subshell. They are also called boron family on the name of the first member of the family. They consist of 5 elements: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Group 14 having general electronic configuration NS2 NP2, that means all the member of group 14 elements contain 2 electrons in their outermost P subshell. They are also called as carbon family on the name of first member of the family. Group 15 having general electronic configuration NS2 NP3 means all the member of group 15 have 3 electrons in their outermost P subshell. They are also called nitrogen family on the name of first member of the family, that is nitrogen. Now group 16 having general electronic configuration NS2 NP4, that means that all the members of group 16 will have 4 electrons in their last p subshell. They are also called group 16 or oxygen family. Group 16 is also called chalcogens, means ore forming elements, because most of the elements exist as oxides or sulfides in their ores. Now group 17 having journal electronic configuration ns2 and p5, that means all the member of group 17 will have 5 electrons in their last p subshell. They are also called halogens, means salt forming elements, because most of these elements exist as salt in sea water. Group 18 having journal electronic configuration ns2 and p6, also called noble gases. These elements have stable electronic configuration and are unreactive or inert in nature because of 8 electrons in the last shell or fully filled p subshell. So now the third part of periodic table is d block elements. The elements in which the last electron goes to d subshell are called d block elements. Having journal electronic configuration n-1d 1 to 10 ns2. Since d subshell can have maximum of 10 electrons, hence d block consists of 10 groups from group 3 to group 12. But in case of d block elements are studied in terms of series from left to right, depending upon that in which d subshell electrons are entering. Either they are entering 3d, 4d, 5d or 6d subshell. Now 3d series. This series involves the element in which the filling of 3d subshell take place, and it contains 10 elements as shown: scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. 4d series. This series involves the element in which the filling of 4d subshell take place, and it also contains 10 elements as shown. 5d series. This series involves the element in which the filling of 5d subshell take place, and it also contains 10 elements as shown. Here, as the first electron goes to lanthanum, that is in 5d, the 4f orbital become less in energy. So after the first electron goes to 5d, next the filling of 4f orbital start, and when the 4f orbital get fully filled, only then the further filling of 5d subshell take place. Therefore, there is a gap of 14 elements in this series from atomic number 58 to atomic number 71. 6d series. This series involves the element in which the filling of 6d subshell take place. It is incomplete since some elements are to be discovered. It starts from actinium. Here also, as the first electron goes to actinium, that is 6d, the energy of the 5f orbital becomes less. Therefore, the further electron goes to 5f orbitals, and until the 5f orbital is completely filled, no electron is going to 6d, and after the filling of 5f orbital, the next electron goes to 6d subshell. Therefore, here also is a gap of 14 elements from atomic number 90 to atomic number 103. Now the fourth part of periodic table is f block elements. The elements in which the last electron goes to f subshell are called f block elements. The journal electronic configuration for f block element is n-2f 1 to 14, n-1d from 0 to 1 and ns2. That means in this block the s orbital contain 2 electrons, n-1d will contain 1 or will contain 0 electron, and n-2f will contain electron from 1 to 14. Actually, the filling of f orbital take place in these block elements. Since f subshell can have maximum of 14 electrons, hence f block consists of 14 elements. The f block is further divided into two series, lanthanide and actinide series. The elements of lanthanide series have journal outer electronic configuration of 4f from 1 to 15, 5d contain electron 0 to 1 and 6s2, and this involves the filling of 4f subshell. The element of actinide series are generally have outer electronic configuration of 5f from 1 to 14 electron, 6d from 0 to 1 electron and 7s containing 2 electrons, and this involves the filling of 5f subshell and is present along with lanthanide below the main frame of the periodic table. Here one point is important to note that all the actinides are radioactive in nature, whereas only few lanthanides are radioactive in nature. Some important features about periodic table. First, the elements of S block and P block are collectively called representative element. Second, the D block elements are also called transition elements because their properties transist, that means varies between metals and non-metals. Third, F block elements are also called inert transition elements. Now the IUPAC nomenclature of element with atomic number more than 100. So IUPAC names are derived by using the roots for 3 digits in the atomic number of elements. We use nil for 0, un for 1, bi for 2, tri for 3, quad for 4, pent for 5, hex for 6, hept for 7, oct for 8 and nn for 9. And the name should be ended by adding IUM at the back of the name. For example, for the element with atomic number 105, the name will be written as un for 1, nil for 0, pent for 5 and then we add IUM. So the name become un nil pentium and the symbol will be represented by capital U for un, N for nil and small p for pent. Some more examples. For 108, we will write un for 1, nil for 0 and oct for 8 and then we add IUM. So the name of element with atomic number 108 become un nil octium. Similarly, for element with atomic number 118, we use un for 1, again un for 1 and oct for 8 and we add IUM in its name and the name of element with atomic number 118 become un-octium. For element with atomic number 140, we use un for 1, quad for 4, nil for 0 and then we add IUM. So the name of element with atomic number 140 become un-quad-nilium. Similarly, for 144, we use un for 1, quad for 4, again quad for 4 and then we add IUM. So the name of the element with atomic number 144 will be written as un-quad-quadium. The symbol for these elements will be represented as, for 108, capital U for un, small n and small o for nil and oct. Similarly, for element un-octium, we use capital U for un, small u for another un and small o for octium. And similarly, we use symbol capital U small q small n for un-quad-nilium and capital U small q for un-quad-quadium. An important note, if some alphabet repeated for 3 times, then one can be omitted. For example, the name of element with atomic number 190 will come as un for 1, in for 9 and nil for 0 and then we add IUM. So the name should be written as un-nilium, but here n is coming thrice. So when such condition is coming that a letter is repeating thrice, so we have to omit one letter and we will letter only 2 letters. So the actual name of element with atomic number 190 will be written as un-in with 2 n only and IUM. So its name become un-in-nilium and the symbol become capital U small e small n. Prediction of group, periods and blocks in a given element. The period of elements is equal to or corresponding to the value of principal quantum number of the valence shell. That means the value of the shell number in which the last electron goes. Let's understand this with an example. For example, in case of lithium, electronic configuration 1s2 2s1. Here the last electron goes to s subshell having the value of n is equal to 2. That means in the second shell, hence its period is 2. Similarly, in case of calcium, atomic number 20, the electronic configuration will be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s2. Here again the last electron goes to F subshell having the value 4 for the shell, therefore it also belongs to period 4. In case of iron having atomic number 26, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and we know that in case of elements having atomic number more than 20, first of all the electron goes to 4s to make it 20 and the remaining electron then goes to 3d. But when the filling of 3d start, its energy becomes less than, so while writing the electronic configuration 3d is written first and 4s is written later, but first electron goes to 4s and after filling 4s the next electron goes to 3d, that we already have studied in our chapter number 2. So the electronic configuration is of iron is written here. Here in this case the last electron goes to d subshell, but the last shell having the electron is 4s, hence it also having shell number 4, therefore it also belongs to period 4. Always remember this point. In case of element with atomic number more than 20, we have to check the last s subshell, that the shell number of last s will be equal to the period. Now the block of an element is equal to the last subshell in which the electron goes. For example, in case of lithium, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2. Here the last electron goes to s subshell, hence lithium belongs to s block element. Similarly for carbon, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Here the last electron goes to p subshell, hence carbon belongs to p block. Similarly in case of iron, the atomic number 26, the electronic configuration is written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, and the last electron goes to 3d subshell, therefore it belongs to d block. Now to find the group of an element, first of all we have to write the electronic configuration, then depending upon the which block the element belongs, the formula for calculating the group number is different. So let's practice this with examples. For s block elements, the group number is equal to the number of electrons in the last s subshell. For example, in case of calcium, the last subshell is 4s2, and because last subshell s contains 2 electrons, therefore it belongs to group 2. Now in case of sodium, the last electron enter to 3s subshell, the block is s, and because last s contains 1 electron, therefore its group is 1. For p block element, to find out the group, we have to calculate the total number of electron in last s as well as p subshell, and then we have to add 10 in it to find the group number. Let's understand this by example. For example, in case of aluminium atomic number 13, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p1. Here the last s and p contain total 3 electrons. Therefore, their group number will be equal to total 3 electrons s and p, 3 plus 10 is equal to 13. So aluminium belongs to group 13. In case of oxygen atomic number 8, the electronic configuration will be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Here the last electron goes to p subshell, hence it belongs to p block element. So here the last s and p subshell contain total 6 electrons, and therefore group is equal to 6 plus 10 is equal to 16. In case of d block elements, the group number is equal to the total number of electrons in last d and s subshell. For example, in iron, atomic number 26, the electronic configuration will be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, and then the electron enter into d, that is 3d6. Here the last electron goes to d subshell, therefore it belongs to d block elements. Since the last s and p subshell contain total 8 electrons, therefore its group number is 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Therefore we can say the iron belongs to group number 8. Now periodicity, the regular repetition of similar properties of elements after regular intervals is called periodicity. The cause of periodicity is the repetition of similar electronic configuration of atom of element in the outermost energy shell, that is the valence shell, after certain regular interval. Or simply we can say that the cause of periodicity is the repetition of same number of valence electron in the outermost shell. For example, in case of lithium, the last subshell contains 1 electron. In case of sodium, the last subshell again contains only 1 electron. So that means both have same outer electronic configuration, that is one electron in the outermost shell, therefore they have same properties and belong to same group. So always remember, if the number of valence electrons are same, that means the elements belong to same group and have same valency. Important points: all alkali metal group 1 metals have same electronic configuration and have a strong tendency to lose outermost single electron to acquire noble gas configuration, hence called electropositive element, and are very reactive, thus all form monovalent cations. Similarly, all halogens, that is group 17 elements, have same electronic configuration and have only one electron less than to acquire noble gas configuration, hence group 17 elements have strong tendency to gain one electron and acquire noble gas configuration, hence they are electronactive elements and are very reactive, and they gain one electron to form monovalent anions. Study the topics discussed in this video. In next video, we will study the periodic trends in properties of elements like atomic radius and ionic radius. Please like and subscribe the channel for the latest update. Thank you.